And having to balance 2 jobs while caring for her mother didn't make things any easier for Renee.
The best thing about the jobs I have are that they're close to home. I planned it with the bosses and my managers that this is how my life is, and can I count on you to, to let me, be able to do this? And it worked out that way. It doesn't always, but my 2 jobs, help. Mommy's good. If I called her on the phone and she didn't answer the phone, I'd say to my boss, listen, I need to run home and see if everything's okay. And she'd be fine, but she wouldn't answer the phone, so now I'm stressing at work.
Instead of absenteeism, they call it presenteeism. When you're there, but you're not there.
And as Dr. Satow explains, today's caregivers will find that their jobs will work with them to help sort out this time in their life.
This has become a very big area of human resources because so many people are taking care of their elderly parents.
If one is wise in terms of an organization or an institution, you would lend that support because it makes for a happier worker, a more productive worker.
Denise Santiago is the Assistant Director of Multicultural Affairs at Pace University. She and a colleague started the Elder Care Series, a support network for faculty, staff, and students who balance work or school responsibilities with caring for an elderly relative at home.
You could feel as if though, and you are carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. So that work, in very many ways, becomes a respite for you. That's where you vacation and everything else, because you know that when you go home, you have, 1 or 2 family members that you have to deal with.
Even if you love your parent unambivalently, caregiving makes you feel ambivalent because you're giving up so much of your life to care for this person.
I can't do any more than what I've done. You're running a little.
Renee finally reached a point where she knew she needed help, so she decided on finding a nursing home for her mother. But as she says, that didn't happen without a little bit of a fight to get her brothers on board with her decision.
They didn't live with her, so they didn't see the day-to-day that I saw.
You're 3 wonderful children.
Yeah. You've got 2 or perhaps more siblings working with a very different crossword puzzle and putting very different, words into play and coming up with a very different interpretation.
In the end, both Rosa and Renee have no regrets about the time they spent caring for their mothers.
I did what I had to do.
I'm not pleased with, the way it went. I'm pleased with the end result.